Hello and welcome to Bookbusters! Bookbusters! I'm Chloe and today I have a special friend with me. This is Sarah. Today we will be doing the Bookalisous book tag and let's get into it. Question number 1. What percentage of books do you get from the bookstore and what percentage do you get from the library?
I am kind of ashamed to admit, I buy almost all of my books because I'm really bad at turning in library books. I'll just keep them forever, and I've accidentally donated them a few times. That was fun.
It was one summer where I got everything from the library, but now, to be honest, it's just always from a bookstore. We just moved the camera a little closer so you can see us more. Question number 2. What character do you want to be and why?
Susanna.
Definitely Susanna.
From Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Yep.
Yes.
She is the coolest character ever. She gets to do all the badass supernatural stuff.
But she's not, actually being hunted.
And then she has the coolest boyfriend ever.
And she can raise her eyebrow really cool.
Wait.
It's so cute. Yeah, if you haven't read those books, the Daughter of Smoke and Bone books by Laini Taylor, read them. Read them now.
What are you doing with your life if you haven't read these books?
I know. They're the best books ever.
What is your favorite book from your childhood, and what is your favorite book now?
But when I was younger, I was obsessed with the Warrior books by Aaron Hunter, and my sister makes fun of me to this day about my cat books. And now, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which is, the best books ever. And also, I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, which I just read.
My favorite book as a child was the Rainbow Magic series, and if you haven't seen the Ultimate Book Tag, I talk all about the Rainbow Magic series and how amazing it was and how much I loved it, so go watch that video. My favorite book now would be The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor and the entire trilogy.
Yes.
This is kind of a theme for the whole video.
Yeah, be prepared. If you don't like these books, then you should probably stop watching now.
And then you should just, go and rethink your life.
You should.
Because if you don't like these books, you're doing something wrong. Question number 4. Which book series do you have the most books from?
For me, probably the Warrior series, because I read 20 or more of those books. There were so many. And I owned most of them digitally on Kindle. Yeah. But if you were talking about physical copies, then probably the Harry Potter series.
Mine would be, if you go back in time several months, it would be the Mary-Kate and Ashley series, because I had more of those than I had of the Rainbow Magic ones.
Oh, wow.
I had a lot of them. But then I decided I wasn't a kid anymore, so I got rid of all of them. And now the most I have is the Lunar Chronicles, and I only have 3 of them. Question number 5. Do you buy used books?
Sometimes, not really. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my books, so I like them all clean and pristine. Books. What am I doing here?
This is a good hand gesture.
I think I've been doing this a lot. Anyway, yeah, I'm a perfectionist.
I don't buy used books that often either. I like used books. I like the idea of a book with a history. A book with a history. Question number 6. What is your favorite book cover?
Yeah.
The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor.
Yeah,
and the whole series.
They have beautiful covers. Chloe has them in hardcover, but I had the first 2 in paperback. And so if you haven't had the paperback covers, the black part is kind of velvety, but the part with the photograph and the mask and stuff, the face and the mask, are shiny, and so the contrast is great. And I kept going around. We were on a field trip that day, and I kept going to people, guys, feel my book, feel it. Kind of the simplistic covers. It's just a few symbols, kind of plain like these.
This is Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. This is Love
Stargirl, yeah.
Yep, Love Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli, and
so good.
They're so good, and look at their covers. It's just so simplistic and beautiful. Question number 7. What book to movie adaptation is your favorite?
Probably Harry Potter, but I could go on for like hours about what they did wrong, from the ages to the characters to not messing up Harry's hair. Like, that would be so easy. Why didn't you do it?
Yes, I guess I'd say Harry Potter too. I haven't seen many very good book-to-movie adaptations.
Even though, you know, they destroyed Ron and Ginny's characters. But overall, yeah.
Question number 8. When did you start making videos on YouTube? I started making videos about 2 months ago, in the middle of the summer. This is still the very beginning of our channel.
Yeah, this is actually the first video I've ever been on YouTube. I don't have a channel or anything like that, so yay, I'm a newbie. But I watch a lot of YouTube, I'm just never on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can grace you guys with my presence today. Here, this is me blessing all of you.
Yes, she's been blessing us this whole time.
Yeah.
Question number 9. Where is the best place to read?
When I read in my room, I get distracted, unless it's like late at night. I like reading outside a lot. I have a deck, so I read out there sometimes. It's nice. Or in like long car rides or at the airport or on planes, so I like that too.
I like reading in my room, personally, just right there with all the pillows. That's a really nice reading area. Yes, Sarah's currently modeling my reading area. I love reading on the bus too, though. I have such a long bus ride to get to my school. I read on that a lot. Question number 10. Have you ever written fan fiction for a book before?
I haven't for a book. No, not technically, but I want to. I kind of wrote really bad Carmilla fanfiction. It wasn't actually fanfiction though. It was like this stream of consciousness writing, and it was the day before a really intense episode of Carmilla aired, and so my stream of consciousness writing turned into fanfiction.
Carmilla is like a TV show.
It's a web series. It's here on YouTube. It's just Google Carmilla. It'll ruin your life, but it'll also give it more meaning.
It'll ruin your life. Go find it.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I've thought of like really cool, connecting this book to that book and blowing my mind things, but I've never written them down. Okay, question number... No! Question 11. If you could only read 3 books for the rest of your life, what would they be? You have to guess it.
Yeah.
What could it possibly be?
It's the same for me.
Yep. Question number 12. What is the longest book you have ever read?
For me, probably Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. It was like 900 something pages. But before that, Breaking Dawn.
Oh. I don't read like many incredibly long books. I don't exactly count to see how long is this book and let's compare it to everything I've read in the past, but I suppose Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Okay. Question number 13. If you were to write a book, what would it be about? If I ever became a writer, which I might do, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah. I definitely want to write fantasy. To start off, I'd probably write more contemporary things because I live in a contemporary world, just like all other human beings. So I could write about my own experiences and like cool things that happened in my life, and I could just create a story around that.
And me, I'm actually writing a book right now.
Sarah is writing a book.
I'm writing a story, and it's not a book because I'm not publishing it. It's like the first novel I've actually worked on. I love writing. It's like Chloe, I love fantasy, but I like urban fantasy. So I like supernatural creatures. I like vampires and werewolves.
This is not the question.
Ghosts, monsters. I'd write about monsters. I do write about monsters. I like monsters. Monsters.
Question number 14. How many books did you read last month?
3, 4-ish.
I have no idea how many books I read in July. I know it was a pretty big number because I didn't really do much. I read 4 books just over the week I was in camp. So who knows how many books I read during those other weeks. It would have been a lot, though.
Next.
Let's guess 7. Question number 15. What is the last book you read? The book that I'm reading right now is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. And I'm almost done with it. So, you could count that as having finished it.
The book I'm reading right now is All the Bright Places. I'm reading that right now. It's a good book. And the last book I finished was Dorothy Must Die. It's good.
And then the last book I finished was All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. We really are synced. Also, if you wanted to know all the books I've read this month, you can check out my August wrap-up, which is up now. Question number 16. Do you imagine yourself in books?
Yes, all the
Duh,
time.
of course. Like,
all the time.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Like, I write fan fiction in my head with, like, myself as an OC. I do that for, like, everything I've ever read or watched, so
Yes, I mainly do that when I'm just very annoyed with character, like, no, you should not be doing it that way. I'm gonna come in, take your place, this is how things are going down. Question number 17, what is your favorite bookstore? So, online, mine would be Book Depository, but offline, it would be either Books Inc. or the Alley Cat Books, Phoenix Books, and what are
Dog-eared.
They're all a connected line of bookstores, but they're still like separate bookstores. They're not a giant chain, and they're really amazing. So we love those.
Yeah, they're good. For me, I'm shamefully buy a lot of things off Amazon, which is horrible because it's bad for bookstores. I go to Dog-eared Books a lot, and also Alley Cat. And if you're ever in Denver, Tattered Cover. I think they probably have one of those here, but I like Tattered Cover a lot.
Question number 18. Hardcover or paperback?
I usually, if I have a choice between the two, then I usually go for paperback just because it's like a $10 difference.
But
and
they're so beautiful.
I know.
Hardcovers are so beautiful.
Yeah, but anyway, paperbacks, they're just cheaper, they're easier to carry, they take up less room.
I like them both. If I'm getting a new book, I'll want it to be a hardcover because it looks newer and better and more beautiful that way. But if I'm getting an old book, I'll probably want a paperback because then it'll be like all old and tattered and beautiful and cool. Question number 19. Do you have more than one copy of the same book? I have 2 copies of The Secret Garden. And I know I have 2 copies of like a lot of other things too. So
I probably have 2 physical copies of the same book, but I have a lot of like books that I have on Kindle, and then I have the physical copy too.
Oh, yep, same here. Question number 20. Vampires or werewolves?
All of the above. I love monsters. I like werewolves are fantastic and they're cool and stuff, but then vampires are really cool too. Again, with the Carmilla references, that's the vampire main character. Really cool. I love vampires, I love werewolves, both, all.
I'm gonna give my portion of monsters to her.
I'll take them.
So she's gonna choose both. I'm gonna choose none. Don't get me wrong, if there are monsters in a book and like they're perfectly integrated and it's cool, then yeah, sure, but I don't pick up a book solely because there are monsters in it. Last question, number 21. Do you own more than 150 books? Yes. Duh.
I probably do, yeah. Like, with the combination of what I have digitally and what I have physically, definitely. I, like, purge my books every so often. Right now, I definitely have at least 150 books with my Kindle, the books I have on Kindle and the books I have physically together.
When I was a kid, I was really into cataloging my books. Last time I did that, I had 300 books.
Oh, wow.
I got rid of about half of them, so I'm guessing I have about 150. Well, that's it for the Bookalisous book tag. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you liked this video, let us know, and we'll do more collabs with Sarah and just other people in life. Yeah, I kind of just volunteered you for that without asking you first.
She didn't ask me, but I'll do it.
So, see you soon. Bye!